Good morning and welcome to your Saturday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, here with some words of wisdom, and we have new words of wisdom today. I recently ordered 2 new card decks, and one of them came in a couple of days ago, and I was chomping at the bit to share them with you, and it kept testing that nope, it wasn't time yet. Well, today's the day. You get to meet the new deck, which is awesome. And good morning, Carolyn. Welcome, welcome. And we got another probably 3 inches of snow last night. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Looks like a couple others are popping on. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, good morning. So it's the white, crystally, fluffy snow. It's like Michigan snow in Wisconsin. So I'm excited about this. So my dad's out there blowing snow. So you may hear the snowblower in the background periodically as he traverses. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So as I was saying before a bunch of you got on here, I actually have a new deck of cards, and today is the day. There's actually another deck coming also from a different company, and I'm really looking forward to that one too. But this new deck is Earth Magic by Dr. Stephen Farmer. And he does a lot of animal spirit stuff. And this card deck, I actually came across this when I was watching a psychic do her predictions for 2023 in January. And there were 2 decks that she used that I thought were awesome. Oh, cool. Cindy has that one. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for the snowflakes, Carolyn. So, yes. So, and the first card, I loved looking through the cards for the first time because some of the times they stick together because they're so brand new, and it was just fun seeing what all there was in this deck. So, actually, I'm going to put it in the other hand, so it's on the other side here. Mountain, Strength. I'll move a little closer so you can see. It's a beautiful picture. And it actually describes the picture in the book. So, we're going to talk about strength, mountain. So, a couple of nice deep breaths. Oh, you like my mug? Let's see. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of chocolate. You betcha. Just breathing. Breathe as the mountain. Just be solid and strong and grounded. Not much is going to move you. You are truly grounded. Good morning, Joe. I'm going to show you our card. Mountain, Strength. I just think that picture's so pretty. So I'm going to move it closer. Getting some glare there, but you get the gist. The light breaking through in the lower part of the mountain. So let's see what it has to tell us. Mountain, Strength. The massiveness of the mountain in this image, bearing the blankets of snow as spectacular hues from the sun reflect from its body, evokes a sense of impenetrable and immovable strength and stature. I just think this is so funny too, because yesterday there's a young woman in town, Sarah, and she and I exchange energy work for each other, and it was my turn to receive. And so I wanted to be working on that feeling of overwhelm that I often get when I'm dealing with technology. I'm a technological immigrant. I am not a technological native like younger people tend to be. And so oftentimes I will attempt something. My latest attempt is I want to put a shopping cart page on my website because I am having a young woman who's a VA, virtual assistant, strip some audios out of some videos, and I'm going to have a 10-week clutter clearing audio to sell at some point soon, hopefully. She and I are talking tomorrow in terms of her doing that for me. But looking at the help, H-E-L-P, 4-letter word, menu, I was not getting answers to the questions I had. And I'm sure it's about me asking the questions in a way that those savvy in that kind of a system wouldn't ask it. So no answers are coming up. So I may have to turn that part of it over to her also, because I just don't get how to set up the shopping cart. So, and Squarespace is very easy to use. So, yes, thank God for virtual assistants. And this is a young woman who's just starting out, and her hope is to build her business sufficient that she can stay home with her daughter instead of having her daughter in daycare, because this poor kid has caught every crud there is imaginable. And while the VA person knows that it's good for kids to get some crap, she ended up in the ICU, the PICU, for 7 days, I think, because she was sicker than a dog. So good morning, Peggy. Glad you're here. So if any of you are interested in her contact information, let me know, and I'll be happy to share her info with you, and we'll help her build her business so she can stay home with her baby. So back to mountain strength. Anyway, what I was working on that at my session yesterday, and the biggest thing that came forward was standing in strength. That when I bump up against something that I don't get, because typically what happens is I'll get overwhelmed, I'll walk away from it for a while, I'll come back, get overwhelmed, walk away from it, but it's inching forward as I go. So, but what I was hoping is to be more in that strength. So I think it's hilarious that this is the card that comes up today, because here we go. Careful what you ask for, you're going to get it. Let's see. A mountain's quiet, resolute immensity leaves us in awe and inspires us to reach for greater heights. Absolutely. We can do anything. We can do anything. Yet it can also pose some challenges. The firm base of the mountain evolves to the narrower crest in its attempt to reach the sky. More daring individuals become enamored by the peak and see it as something to conquer, although it can never truly be conquered. When the mountain feels threatened in some way or simply shrugs its shoulders, the strength exhibited can wreak havoc for all beings caught on its skin. I think it's so interesting these days with permafrost melting, the number of climbers they're finding who've been buried in the permafrost for centuries. Interesting stuff. So here's the point of this card. So it gives us the little description, but then it also gives us some pointed guidance. Good morning, Judy. Glad you are here. Ready for this? Take a deep breath. Let go. It makes no sense to deny the strength you have, at the cost of allowing yourself to be reactive and subject to external influences far beyond what is healthy for you. Holy shitskis, that's a pretty powerful statement. Let me read it again. It makes no sense to deny the strength you have at the cost of allowing yourself to be reactive and subject to external influences far beyond what is healthy for you. Imagine yourself as a mountain of strength, solidly grounded in the earth. So feel that. Feel that grounding into the earth. You are immovable. All right? When that's important, you are immovable. Your head held high as if you were touching the sky. Do so without straining, just as the mountain itself does not strain. I'm glad you needed this card this morning. Obviously, I did too. I'm sure everyone who's on here can glean something useful from this card. Okay, so now we're talking about a current situation in your life. So I want you to allow a situation in your life to pop into your mind, whatever comes up. The current situation calls for you to be vigilant, but not to the point of fear or paranoia. I'm glad it's speaking to you too, Gwen. Be that rock of strength that you are capable of becoming. The solidness of your resolve will be clearly communicated when you model yourself after the towering immensity of a mountain, impenetrable and inscrutable. Standing steady like a rock is what's called for at this time. All right? So I'm going to hold this one up so we can look at it again. This is us. See yourself in this. All right? There you are. Solid, strong, immovable. Not going anywhere. Good morning, Mel. We're being a mountain. Not going anywhere. Just standing there solidly. Grounded. Feel it. Feel it in your legs. You might even want to stomp your feet a little bit, making that connection. stronger and stronger. Good morning, Bobby. Glad you are here. We are Mountain of Strength today. So I want to read that first sentence again. Those of you who are jumping on later, you might want to go back and catch the whole deal. But I want to read this first sentence in the not the description part, the guidance part, and really let it sink in. Really let yourself resonate with the sound of these words. Bobby and I did a session yesterday, and we were talking about the value of sound, and the reverberations, the vibrations are so important. So I want you to reverberate with, you might even want to be tapping while I'm saying this sentence again. Just reverberate this particular sentence through your whole beingness, okay? It makes no sense to deny the strength you have at the cost of allowing yourself to be reactive and subject to external influences far beyond what is healthy for you. So let's flip that around. It makes sense to own your strength when in the face of external influences. It makes sense to own your strength when in the face of external influences. I stand strong, grounded like the mountain, all right? Those of you who do yoga, mountain pose, all right? To ground yourself solidly through your feet. Feel that anchoring. Feel the roots coming out through the bottoms of your feet down into Mother Earth, grounding you. Yes, I can type that sentence in the feed for you. Absolutely. And I'll put it the way it is, and I'm also going to flip it around the way I just did, because the energy work that I've been trained in talks about put it in the present tense, so own it as it's right here, right now, and put it in the positive, what you do want, as if it's already accomplished, rather than what you don't want, okay? So it's saying it makes no sense to do it the other way. That's a beautiful sentence. I'm going to flip it around to, it makes sense to, and I do this. I ground myself solidly in my mountain strength when faced with external situations, when faced with internal situations, when we get doubtful. Yes, exactly what you need to hear. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. You're my helper. You're a good VA also. So mountain strength, that's what we are practicing today. And I will have ample opportunities because my sister's up here and we are going to be working on the flip that we're doing. And she wants to climb a ladder outside to the second story because there is a piece of trim metal hanging off. My vote is, oh hell no. If it falls off, it falls off. If it beats the house up, it beats the house up. We are not going up on a ladder. So in this weather, it's what, 17 stupid degrees out there, and it just snowed and there's ice underneath the snow? No. Let's stay safe. So I'm going to focus on what it is that we've agreed we're going to do, which is paint. Be inside and paint. That's my plan. So all of you have an awesome Saturday, a strength-filled, grounded Saturday. She sounds like your sister. Yeah. She is a bulldozer. She is a freaking bulldozer. She is going to plow through no matter what, okay? There are times when some finesse could be called for. We'll see how well that goes. All of you have an awesome day. See you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including standing strong as the mountain. Bye-bye.